All right, this is Alvin and Parapants Watch Anime. My name is Parapants,
My name is Alvin.
and Alvin didn't watch this, but I have watched 2 through 6 of Bunguo Stray Dogs. Um, and Alvin asked me if it was good, and I have to say yes, it is good. At least I think it's good. I don't think Alvin thought it was is good.
No, hold on. You said this the characters are named after authors or some shit, right?
Okay, yes,
Right.
all the characters are named after writers, but because all the characters so far are Japanese, they're named after Japanese writers, so we don't know Japanese writers.
So
So like the main character, Dazai
sure.
Osumu, he's the character that has the suicide fetish,
Yeah, I remember him.
and okay, so he's named after a real life writer who also committed suicide with his girlfriend,
Nice.
and who actually tried to commit suicide several times before he was successful. And and I was just looking up these names because I was curious about them, and a lot of these writers that these characters are named after died very young, like in their 30s and shit.
I don't think writing paid very well in Japan.
I it seems like all these people were
Although
depressed.
in an anime, if you're a writer, you get a condo in Canada and all the
and
trimmings.
and you may be a physicist.
Yeah. It's funny how that works out. All right, so hold
So
on.
yeah, I
So they're
don't
all
think
Japanese.
nobody knows what we're talking about.
Check this out. It needs to be Dan Brown wrote the Da Vinci Code, right?
Yes.
Dan Brown, Tom Clancy, George
George
R. R.
R. R.
Martin.
Martin.
Who did the dragons with the worms falling from the sky? Anne McCaffrey.
Oh no, no Anne McCaffrey.
Oh.
No Anne McCaffrey.
Um.
I'll go with J.K. Rowling.
Oh. Well,
But
I wouldn't even watch this hypothetical.
wait. Why? It's all the spy and fantasy writers.
I don't know. That's all I ever read. All
Oh,
right,
and
fine.
Stephen King.
Oh yeah, Stephen
You
King.
gotta
Okay,
have
yeah.
Stephen King. No, I think the thing is the thing that bothers me so really about naming these characters after famous writers is that they don't really seem to have any of the personalities or the traits. Like, yeah, Daizai has that quirk, cute, quote unquote, cute quirk of trying to kill himself, and I guess that's cute. I don't know,
Yeah.
but there's no real connection between the writers. Their name, I like, are they code names? Are these people really? Like, why do they have these names? It's
Well,
just kind of confusing.
do you have an example of another writer connection besides the main guy who tried to kill himself?
What I just said, they're all named after Japanese
No, I mean
writers.
like, all right. Well, there was a main guy. He's named after a guy who killed himself, and he tries
Oh,
to kill himself.
there's another. Okay, his partner, uh, uh, Kitty. Ooh,
The serious
Kunikita,
guy.
Kunikita. Yeah, I guess with the glasses, Dopo Kunikita.
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah, he's like very intense and serious, and he he blows up at the drop of a hat whenever Dazai is acting a fool, and he gets really violent and beats him up and stuff. I found no outstanding characteristic between that Doppo Kunikita and the real one, other
Mm.
than, I don't know, like the guy wore glasses, I think.
Again, director's like good enough.
um,
So it's just some shit slathered on just to give it like an edge or an angle or legitimacy.
I don't know why. I mean,
They could have named these people after like Muppets and it would have the same thing.
I know they could have named these people after fruit for all it mattered.
Fruit's important.
Yeah.
Well,
So
why don't you talk about the episodes a little bit?
okay, so yeah, so the main character is Atsushi, who's also named after a famous Japanese writer.
Is he the were tiger?
He is the were tiger, and he works now for this agency where these people have these special abilities, and their rivals in this are the Port Mafia, and the main guy in Mafia, the main antagonist, Octagawa, I think that's his name. I really like that guy. He's kind of like the brooding, silent, evil dude. Um,
All right.
And so yeah, so Port Mafia is after the were tiger because there's a bounty on his head. They want to poach him, I guess.
Oh.
They want to poach the tiger. But the characters, the dynamic between the characters are it's predictably anime funny
Yeah.
and cute, I guess.
That's why I predicted I wouldn't be watching.
Yeah, yeah, it's really not up Alvin's alley, I guess. But the fight scene in I think it was episode 3 between Octagawa and Atsushi
Yeah.
was pretty good. You know, like this is a violent show. It's not graphic, but it is pretty violent and people do die.
Oh.
So far the main characters aren't dying. It's just incidental characters.
Mhm.
It'd be cool if a couple of main characters died.
That's a horrible thing to fucking say.
No, I mean, like, it's just, I want the George R. R. Martin treatment where nobody is safe,
Oh, the George R. R. Martin treatment where you're following 6 stories at once and you're like, hey, wait, oh, I guess we're looking at this now.
Really?
Look, that's what it's about. Look, all I'm saying, if Stephen King and George R. R. Martin were in this cartoon, I'd watch it.
Yeah, well, okay, they're not. But
Missed opportunity.
yeah, missed opportunity. But yeah, so no, this is a good show. Each episode so far is really introducing the agents in this agency and showing off their gifts, I suppose. And it seems as though the agents, at least some of them, have a dark past. Dazai has a dark past. He was once a member of Port Mafia, and I guess nobody in his circle knows this, or maybe they do, and it hasn't been revealed yet. So, yeah.
Does Port Mafia actually operate out of a port?
I think they do actually.
Okay,
I think they do actually control the ports.
Huh.
But yeah, I just like that name, Port Mafia. That's like
It's alright. It's not like 3-6 Mafia. That's pretty cool.
No, it's not
Or
like
D12.
D12 or Street Mafia or Corner Mafia or
Port Mafia.
Port Mafia. So
Yeah. What? Ask you a question. Oh, one of the many questions I have about this show that I will never watch is, what's going on with the were-tiger?
oh my God, never mind.
I don't know.
Okay,
Well,
and-
usually I'm like, hey, this happened and this happened and this happened. You've told us that there are people, but what happened in the episodes? What happened in episode 2? What happened in episode 3?
I can't remember. This was yesterday when I saw this.
That's why you gotta take notes.
Yeah, take your
Anything-
notes and shove it up your
No,
ass.
anything significant stand out? I saw a bitch get slapped in the face. What was that about?
That was Octagawa slapping one of his subordinates around because I guess he's a violent guy.
Oh.
And what's to say like this? Well, so far I like the characters. That's one thing that stands out. Apparently, I don't know what it is in a lot of Japanese cartoons where they play around with incest.
Nice.
But there is a brother and sister
Boo.
pair. What do you mean, boo? What is it supposed to be, a mom and son?
I will let the boo speak for itself. Continue.
Wait.
No,
What kind
moving on.
of... No, you gotta tell me why boo.
I'll make this fucking podcast as long as you want. I'm not saying shit. Or you can keep going.
That's ridiculous. No, yeah, there's a brother and sister, and the sister is constantly making sexual advances on her brother.
It's funny.
And they hint that these two are probably not blood related.
Of course not.
But yeah, that seems I don't get it. It's some weird convention that just kind of stuck, I guess.
Wait, are they stray dogs or are they Port Mafia?
No, these are stray dogs.
Oh, okay. And what are their powers?
The brother, what's his name? Takaguchi?
Don't worry about their names. Just
The
incest
brother
1 and
is-
incest 2.
Oh, okay. So like the brother he can turn the immediate area into the Matrix or some shit, and that's where you get this shower of green text.
And what good is that?
And I guess it locks you in the space where You just see illusions. Like you don't
Mm.
see real things happening. It was like
So he
pictures.
traps you in his own personal matrix.
Yeah, 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 kind
And
of.
what does the sister do?
I don't know what this bitch does except absorb bullets because she jumped in.
That's a good ass talent to have.
But yeah, like you can hurt these people pretty well, and they seem to recover. They have like fast healing and shit.
Wait, wasn't the main guy who wanted to kill himself? Doesn't he have the power to nullify other people's powers?
Yeah.
It's the gayest power.
What?
I hate that so much.
What?
It's just you just reach into the hat and you just pull that shit out.
No, I think that's a pretty useful damn
Nah.
power.
Of course it's useful. That's why they gave it to the
Oh,
fucking.
wait. You're saying it's overpowered?
Yeah, it's just too convenient. What about his?
His partner his partner is constantly reading this book, and he has the power of writing in this book and pulling out a gun or some
What?
shit. I don't know. Like he could pull out a firearm. He can write up a firearm or something of some sort. He can make like a gun or a taser gun or
So you've never seen what he's written, but he always pulls out a
he
gun.
just draws something and magic happens and he has all of a
Whoa,
sudden
whoa,
he
whoa!
has,
Is
like,
he
a gun.
drawing or is he writing?
He's writing, I guess. He's not. I don't see what he's writing in his book.
He's like writing, "I wish I had a gun." And it's just maybe it's a wish book.
It's like a Death Note book.
Yeah.
With the firearms.
All right. So any other powers that we see?
Okay. I'm trying to think. Okay. So the last one the one I ended on was with there's a character named Ron Poe.
Ron Paul. Ron Paul 2012.
God,
Those were good times. Go ahead.
don't bring politics into this. Yeah, the Ron Poe has the has the power of ultimate deduction. So he prizes himself as like the ultimate
Deducer?
private detective. He's the greatest investigator, and he often helps policemen in solving cases and stuff. So there are these moments where you have like through the show so far you have like the main story arc, and then you have like episode of the week with that'll go through the different agents. Turns out that Rampo doesn't even have a special ability. His ability to detect things is just his natural ability. There's nothing special about it, nothing supernatural about it. He just believes he has a supernatural ability.
See,
It was pretty funny,
you
actually.
cut me off at the legs there because I was gonna jump in and say that is a shit power, and that all of these powers are shit. This is like
Except, you know what? The only powers that aren't bullshit is Atsushi's power to turn into a fucking tiger.
Yeah.
And
But can he control himself?
no, he can't control himself. Yeah.
So he just turns into a boring ass wild tiger. And it's just a tiger. It's white. Oh my god, big fucking deal.
No, it's like, I don't know. It's like a fucking cool ass tiger, though.
It's just a tiger. It's like
It's not just a tiger. It's a special tiger. It can run up walls and shit.
it can run up walls.
Yeah, he ran up a wall and jumped off it and just smacked the shit out of somebody.
Hey, that chick who got smacked by the main evil dude, what's her power?
Um, I think her power is to absorb blows by that dude.
Oh, okay. To get pimp slapped?
She gets. And oh yeah, okay, so yeah, the main bad guy, his power is that his back can eat space or some shit. I
Wait,
don't
what?
know.
Wait, is it what?
I swear to God, that one dude in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure had like a more clear-cut, understandable power. than
Which
this
one? The
dude.
hand?
Yeah, the guy with the hand.
The guy that erases space?
Yeah,
And-
erases space.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched the show, but these powers do not get me hype at all.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, I'm not watching it for the powers. It's mostly the characters I like, and but no, their powers are really nothing to write home about. And I gotta tell you, like what Araki did with naming different characters in his story after pop music.
Talking about JoJo.
Yeah, I know, but this applies. Like naming your characters after pop music and pop idols or whatever. That's so goofy that it's cool, but naming your characters after writers is not cool. I
No,
mean,
well, it's not cool to. What if? What I mean, like we say it's not cool, but
no,
like,
no, okay, all right. If we have a story about characters with supernatural powers and their name, they have names like Stephen King
all right.
or Jackie Collins. You're just like, why is this
Whoa, whoa,
person
whoa.
named Stephen King?
Hold on. I'm gonna do this with you right now. We're gonna come up with authors, and we may not successfully do this, and we're gonna find out what's Stephen King's power.
To be creepy?
That's not a power. See, you're thinking like the people that write the show.
But Alvin, they're not. These names have no connection to their powers.
All right, Stephen King's
Maybe
power.
I think the names may be the names of the powers are names after stories they've written. Maybe is that it? I guess.
Stephen King's power would have to have something to do with being hit by a car.
Oh,
Either
that's fucked up.
he would get.
Come on.
Maybe he can summon a car out of nowhere to hit his enemy.
No.
All right, what's George R. R. Martin's power?
Is it to kill people randomly?
Maybe. All right, maybe like random numbers start appearing or something, and like somebody just says, I don't know, maybe.
No. You see, this is bad. This is not good.
I'm getting Tom Clancy's power. He's like summons up like an air raid or like
What,
a
dinosaurs?
jet. Tom Clancy? Did he write Jurassic Park?
Oh no, that was Michael Crichton. Yeah.
Oh, that's the other guy I was thinking of, Michael Crichton. Michael Crichton could summon a dinosaur. That would be totally legit. But didn't he also do a bunch of lawyer books? Who did like? Oh, he died recently. He did a lot of law books and law mystery.
Yeah, he did. You're thinking about The Firm.
Yeah, who is that?
I want to say that's Michael Crichton.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Maybe not.
I have to rethink his.
Because I think Michael Crichton was a lawyer. Somebody was.
Yeah. One more. I can't think of it.
Because who wrote The Bourne Identity? Like saying who wrote James Bond? Ian Fleming.
All right.
Yeah, like what? Ian Fleming has like spy powers. Is that
Sure,
it?
he'd have a Bond-related power. I'm just trying to think of like, well, my earlier point was going to be like maybe if we were Japanese and we knew these people and their stories, then maybe it would feel a little more natural. But I was also thinking like, hey, maybe it would be more interesting if. Yeah, you're right. I know it would be dumb if it was American or Western authors.
It would be incredibly stupid.
I'd watch it once or twice.
Because if you had a character that was named after H.P. Lovecraft, because all you think about is H.P. Lovecraft, and you see this character like this guy has nothing to do with H.P. Lovecraft.
Wait, are you saying?
Unless he's actually H.P. Lovecraft with supernatural powers, then that would be interesting.
Is there a character in this named H.P. Lovecraft? No? Oh, I thought you were saying that too. Okay. So you're saying in my hypothetical situation,
Yes.
if I had a character who's like some smooth anime guy who's like, my name is H.P. Lovecraft, and then he's like, my power is I can cook sausages or something.
I get, yes.
No, he'd probably have some kind of like Cthulhu related power.
No, I'm telling you no.
Well, in the context of this show you're watching,
I don't think these powers are related to these authors. Maybe in the loosest way. Like in the loosest, most obscure way. Maybe one of these people wrote a short story about cherry blossoms. And
well, you're right. The guy, not the main guy, the guy who runs the group, he's based on the guy who killed himself, and his power is he can erase other powers. That's got nothing to do with the actual guy.
What does that have to do with the real Dazai? I mean, I haven't read his work, and if I'm wrong, but it seems to me...
He's probably got a book called If I Had Powers, My Power Would Be to Take Other People's Powers.
I mean, it seems to me that if you knew these, if you're the kind of person who read these authors and you knew their work, would you really be watching a fucking anime?
Well, maybe it's for the kids, get them reading. The kids reading the books.
Just
read a book, kids. It's like, hey, my name's Mark Twain.
That's like if I had took the same cartoon and I had like Dostoevsky,
there you go,
or Borges or stuff like that, and who is the audience that's watching a cartoon but reads Dostoevsky and
Wait, what was the guy?
Helmut Langer, not Helmut Langer. What's his name? Oh, I can't remember.
Fritz Lang? I thought he was a director.
No. Helmut Newt?
I don't know. All right. Well, I tried to make it fun, but I think what your point is this cartoon's not fun, and yet you're still watching it.
No, I'm saying that naming these characters after authors is somewhat pretentious.
I st- I'd still watch it. I'd watch an anime
Well,
named
I am
after.
still watching. You know what? I'm watching it, and you're not.
I'd watch it if they use cool authors instead
Oh,
of like
please.
dumb, boring Japanese history authors. You never think these people that make these shows stop and turn to each other like, nobody knows this shit outside of Japan. Like seriously, I mean,
I don't think they care.
I was on vacation and I was like, hey, you guys read that Dazai? And they're like, Nick, what the fuck are you talking about? Dazai? They're like, they don't know Dazai. It's like, oh, of course they know Dazai. Everybody knows Dazai.
They don't care. They don't care.
I'm telling you, there's somebody over in Japan.
They assume that we don't know very much about their culture, and they would be right, and they don't care. If you do know, I'm sure they would be pleasantly surprised. But
I'd like to think there's one anti-weeb or whatever the reverse of a weeb is in Japan who's like, I live on an island that nobody knows shit about, and it's fucking nuts.
what?
I think I've made my point. All right. So, anything else about the story where it's going?
um, don't watch this show. I like this show.
So the whole thing is we got to get the were tiger.
Yeah, so far it's just battles and long speeches about sacrifices and I don't know. I don't know. It's a dumb show. It's not that it's not that clever.
Oh.
It's just people. It's just an ensemble of people fighting another ensemble of people, and
Well,
it's not. There's nothing clever there. Like I don't know. Some of the motifs that they try to force in here just don't seem very elegant or
whoa. Are there
sense
people
to me.
learning lessons in this show?
Learning lessons.
Oh, and I thought they were forcing stuff in there. I thought they were like,
No,
He-Man.
the whole literary thing. I just don't get it.
Well, I mean, we watched Macross earlier, and yeah, it's not the best show in the world, but like, I like fucking robots, and I like fast-paced music, so I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna chill back and put my brain in first gear and have a good time. That you can't do that with Stray Dogs. You
No,
can't
no,
just
no.
look at the characters and watch the fights.
Look, this is the only time where my brain feels like it's overheating, just in the discussion of this show. When I'm watching it, I'm on board. I'm on board whatever dumb shit they throw at me, and yeah. But as far as it being like intelligent, I mean,
Well, it doesn't have to be intelligent.
no, I mean like worthy of discussion, I guess.
So that's kind of bad to do a podcast about a show you don't think is worthy of discussion.
Why did we do this one? We should have left this one
You were
out.
like, look, I'm tired of shit and I want to go to sleep, but you're like, gotta do Bunguo Stray Dogs. I'm like,
I honestly thought I had more to say about this show.
You're like, hey, I can't. 23 minutes later, you're like, I can't defend this show. I don't know why we're watching it. But I mean, there's stuff you could pull out of it. I don't know.
I appreciate the violence in it. That's a bit about it.
All right. I still want my Michael Crichton, Stephen King, Tom Clancy, George R. R.
Well,
Martin.
you need to write Japan and tell them to get on that.
I will. I'll tell them to give me back my porn name, Ernest Johnson.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Nah, who cares? My name is Ernest Johnson Alvyn, and I didn't watch this show. I'm better off for it. Any last words?
Goodbye.
It's not a last word. No, I guess it is. All right, that's enough.